If you're watching this video, you probably saw the Craigslist ad. It's a 1985 Chevrolet C20. C is two-wheel drive, 20 is three-quarter ton. It's got a 4-speed Muncie transmission. It's a SM 465 with the granny low first gear. It's got a 350 with a 4-bolt main, so it's the heavy duty engine. The paint is about a 10-foot paint job. When you get closer, you can see some orange peel in there. It's really not even a complete paint job. Down here behind the bumper, it's kind of still see the original color showing through, or the original color is white, but somebody had painted it camouflage along the way. It's got 35-inch tires, so it's a little better on the highway. The engine's not screaming the whole time. The cab corners are solid. These were welded in and replaced. I guess at some point they were rusted out. The rockers, they're also solid. There's a little bit of rust on the bottom of the door. Can't really see there, but overall, underneath, the truck is really clean. The frame's been painted over with the Pour 15. A little bit of surface rust on the leaf spring, but as you can see, the hardware is not all rusted out like on a lot of these older trucks. It does have the 14-bolt rear. It's the Eaton, not the Dana. It still has the load sensing brake system up there. It's got a trailer hitch. The interior's pretty rough. It's got this big tear in the seat. I kind of drive it as it is. But other than that, it's got what looks like replaced at some point carpet, but it's not great. Still has door panels, but it's not a show truck at all. Here's the 350, so it's got a aftermarket distributor on it. From what I understand, it's the original engine. Still has the exhaust manifolds and everything. Did not have AC from the factory. This is the work truck package, but it does have the heater, and the heater works good. Still has the jack if you care. There is a slight leak from the clutch. The slave cylinder is probably a $25 part. It doesn't leak that bad, but I just check that every once in a while. But there's some mud there. That's not rust or anything, but you can see that it's not all rusted out down here. So if you did have to get in there and replace something, it shouldn't be too bad. Underneath, front of the truck, again, it's a little dirty, but it's not rusted out. It's solid. Looks like maybe front main seal or the oil pan gasket might be leaking a little bit, but it's a work truck. It runs well. Never had any issues with it, but don't really need it, so trying to get rid of it now. Parking brake does hold it. See, it starts right up. The speedometer reads 10 miles an hour high pretty much all the time. Doesn't matter if you're going 70, it'll read 80. If you're going 10, it'll read 20. Fuel gauge reads a little bit high too. The mileage says 37, probably 137, 237. Doesn't really matter. Volts reads low, but I checked it. It's at 14.4, so it's charging. Oil pressure, I don't know, it doesn't work. sure it's not at 70 psi or whatever that is. Temperature does work and it is accurate. It's just got the single exhaust, but it does have a kind of a junky thrush glass pack on it. You can see there. I did replace the sending unit, you can see in there, on the gas tank. So the gas gauge reads about it, but it still reads about a quarter tank high. You just kind of keep that in mind, but I don't use it for long trips, I use it around town. So it's never really been an issue, but it's got a CD player with the aux cord, and that's about it. Thanks for looking, and let me know if you're interested.